Hi there. So this is a quick tutorial to show you how to install Automatic 1111 in order to run Stable Diffusion to produce AI images. Just a quick note before we get going, these are the minimum requirements that we need to be able to run Automatic 1111 Stable Diffusion on our machines. You do need a specific NVIDIA GPU. And if you don't meet these specific requirements, don't proceed because it won't work on your machine. So next we're going to go to this Dropbox link. It should be totally open to everyone. And there's two files here. This really kind of large folder, enhanced base. And we can download without logging in. It should be totally open. And this Python installation file. Inside of the enhanced base, I've included a few different checkpoint models, which are the large models that allow Stable Diffusion to operate. And I've also included some ControlNet models, image upscalers, LoRAs, and VAs. These are all different models that will allow us to produce images in different styles, will allow us to produce images that respond to the shape or the depth of an input image, which can be really useful for design or architecture tasks. And they allow us to enhance the quality of the images that we're producing. This Python installation text file here is just a simple text file to make sure that we're downloading the correct version of Python that matches, that's compatible with the rest of the installations here. So these are large. This is a large download. This one here, it contains somewhere around 16 gigabytes of checkpoint models, and these are really, really crucial to allow us to get this to run. So just let that installation finish, let that download finish, and then we'll come back and start again. Hi guys, so just a quick update here. In a previous version of this video, I forgot to include a Git download link. So I'm just going to walk you through that installation here. So visit the same folder that you got those other files from. We're going to download the Git installation text file, and that will download, and it's yeah, we have the text file here. So we're going to open that up. We're going to copy the URL, paste it into our web browser. That'll download a Git installer. We can open that up. It'll ask if we want to allow it to make changes to our device. We'll say yes. And then this window will pop up. It'll ask you a bunch of questions. And I've already got Git installed, so I'm just going to override it for the purposes of this video, just to show you the installation. We can hit next on all these and just stick with the default options, and it should work just fine. And install Git. And we don't need to launch it, so we can just hit finish. Okay. And now we can continue with the rest of the video. Thanks. Okay, now that we've downloaded both of these files, I have them both here, the first thing I'm going to do is install Python 3.10.11. So to do that, double click this file to open up the text folder, copy the URL, paste it into the browser, and as soon as we search for it, it will download the installer for the specific version of Python. I'll open that up in my file folder, right click it, select Run as Administrator, and then a prompt will come up and say, do you want to allow it to make changes to your device? We're going to say yes, and then this window will come up. It'll give us some options for how we want to install. So we want to add it to the path. We want to customize the installation, and that looks good. Let's go customize installation next, and let's install it for all users. This is recommended, and install. This will take usually less than a minute to install. Almost there. And we're good. Okay, so I'm going to close that window, go back to where I have enhanced base, open that up, and scroll down until you see web UI-user, the batch file. It's important that we run the batch file. So double click that, and this window will come up, and this will install the rest of the dependencies that we need. This will take a while. Most of the installations will show you a progress bar for how far along they are. Just let this run. I'll let it run here in the screen so you can see what it looks like. And then at the end, it should tell you that Automatic 1111 is running at a local URL, and then I'll show you how to open that up. But for the meantime, just let this proceed, and I'll probably speed up this portion of the video. It looks like the installation just finished up, and when it finishes, I'm automatically presented with this window here. It opens in my default web browser, and this is the Automatic 1111 interface. We'll get into this more in detail in later videos, but this is just the installation video, so we're just going to finish this off by installing the ControlNet extension. So we're going to go to this extensions tab here, available, and this URL will automatically be in this search bar. So we're going to load from that URL, and when I go here, I'm going to search for SD-Web UI-ControlNet, and so SD Web UI ControlNet, I'm going to install that one. So this will allow us to use those ControlNet models that came in the enhanced base folder that we downloaded. This will allow us to do things like put a sketch in as an image, and then produce AI generated renderings or images of a certain style that adhere to that shape, to that geometry that we put in. Without doing this, we can't do that. So this will take a few seconds, and then we'll have to hit apply changes and restart UI. So we'll just wait for that. Okay, so the installation finished up, and next we'll click on the installed tab, and you can see that ControlNet here. And to complete the installation, we just need to hit apply and restart UI. This will just take a minute. Okay, great. So now we have ControlNet installed. So I won't go into any generation processes. I'll save those for later videos. So now I'm just going to show you how to properly close the web UI. So hit close on the browser, go into the command prompt, type Control-C. It'll take a second and then prompt you with this terminate batch job, yes or no, type a Y, and hit enter. So now that is totally closed. So now if we want to reopen the web UI, we can go back into this enhanced base folder and double click the web UI user batch file. But to make it a little easier, I like to create a shortcut. So right click on that file, create shortcut, and then we can drag that onto our desktop. So now anytime I want to open the web UI, I double click that shortcut, the command prompt comes up, checks for all dependencies. This always takes a minute. And then we see that it's launching the web UI with arguments. Okay, great. So now we're in automatic 1111. So I'm going to close this. That's it for the installation. In future videos, I'll be covering different image generation processes using text to image to image, ControlNet, in-paint anything, and we'll also go over how to use and create LoRA models.